There have never been more creators on TikTok and social media in general, all competing for the same attention, our eyeballs on their content, than we have now in 2022. How do you even begin or start to begin to win that battle for attention? Well, in today's video, I want to share with you a list of different viral tactics that will help you stand out. These are viral tactics that I think are massively undervalued, and they're quickly becoming my go-to formulas for achieving quality and quick growth. I want to show you lots of examples in today's video. Everything, profiles, links, resources will be in the description down below. If you want to follow up, I would encourage you, please do your due diligence and researching some of the things we talk about. Without further ado, let's go ahead and not waste any time. First thing that creators don't make use of nearly enough is social experiments. By the way, these are in no particular order. Social experiments usually are videos that are filmed out in a raw public social setting. They're out there featuring random passerbys, for example. These can be Q&A videos on the street. They can be interview style questionnaires, kind of like Jay Leno's jaywalking series that was out on YouTube and mainstream TV many years back. These can be harmless pranks. They can be videos that feature maybe a musician busking on a London street corner, for example, with his guitar and some sort of a live performance. There's just something so incredibly magical and viral about featuring the reactions of others or yourself out there in environments that we as average everyday people often interact with on a daily basis. I've asked myself why these videos do so well. I think there's a few different nuances to the virality factor of them. Number one, I think there's an element of unpredictability. Human reactions are so incredibly diverse. You don't know what is going to happen in these videos. And so there's kind of a wait and see element. The other half of the equation too is I just think by virtue of the fact that these videos are filmed in a raw social setting, they're being filmed with often an iPhone. It's not high quality polished video. It's kind of a run and gun style recording. We've been conditioned to assume that whatever was captured was unique and worth sharing, even if we don't fully understand the context of the first few seconds. One of my previous consulting students on TikTok, Rustam Raziv, credit where credit is due, he's a master at leveraging social experiments. He's walking up to people with a soccer ball, for example, or he's asking comedy-styled interview questions. It's a social experiment, and by virtue of it being out there in the world, in public, there's almost an infinite amount of possibilities that can happen. Social experiments are such a great launch pad for brands as well. I'll talk about a lot of social experiment campaigns in an upcoming video for TikTok for Business, but I will mention if you're a business owner and you have the flexibility to have yourself or your creative team hit the streets, ask questions to people about your industry, your niche, your business, or maybe you have a poster board and you ask people to identify random objects like camping equipment. If they can identify 3 correctly, they get a free product. And that's kind of a subtle way of getting your foot in the door with creating brand awareness versus relying upon classic ad content. You've got your product on a table, fancy B-roll, voiceover. You take a page out of Marketing 101 and start listing off product features and benefits. That's an ad that's not going to convert well on TikTok and really build a quality diehard fan base that loves you for your creativity and your ingenuity. Let's go ahead and transition to point number 2, which is utilizing captivating keywords. The more that I've researched TikTok and studied marketing, studied advertising, the more I've started to realize that TikTok is less about mastering an algorithm and more about understanding the basic principles behind the science of virality. Why do things go viral? What are the basic human behavior patterns behind most of the social media out there? Certainly, I'm not a master. I don't claim to be a wizard in this domain. I make mistakes too. Not every single video I work on is a success. But I've started to realize more and more, kind of like we talked about in the intro, if you can win that attention battle in the first 3 to 10 seconds of your video, you've got a pretty dang good shot of that video doing well. So I want to give you 2 different tactics that will help you capture attention just a little bit better. First of all, we have power keywords. Power keywords or power words are certain words that marketers, copywriters often use in advertisements that are meant to trigger an emotional response. This is not some Winter Soldier voodoo. It's actually just being intentional with your word choice. There are certain words that we've been conditioned to pay a little bit closer attention to, and I'll leave the full list down below this video. But I do want to mention we've had a lot of our TikTok Creator Pro students who have made use of power words. They'll change a sentence like, "It's a really scary story," to "It's a terrifying story." Terrifying is one of those power words that captures attention just a little bit better. And so if you ever want a good exercise, look at the article, the headlines of the articles below any of the news sites that you browse. You know, when you scroll to the bottom, you always see those clickbaity titles. See which words really grab your attention. Note those words down. Write them down in a notebook and try to integrate them into your videos. Don't clickbait. That's not my recommendation here. Make sure you do deliver on what you promise. Next, we have visual keywords. Visual keywords are usually very, very descriptive about something that description usually does not apply to. So I think to illustrate this, I want to show you a video, the first few seconds of one of our TikTok Creator Pro students who pulled in 15 million views on one of his company videos. So listen to these first few seconds really carefully.
Alright boys, so we're going to go through this order and figure out why the customer wasn't happy with it. She's returned it and she said that she's never seen any product look like this before. She actually said in her email that it looked like an alien, so we're going to open it up and have a look.
I don't know if you caught that or not, but the phrase looks like an alien or alien-like is very descriptive and rarely ever used to describe a fitness supplement. That's what makes it so interesting, and that's sort of one of the tactics here as well, is use a visual keyword or a visual key, paint an image that often is rarely ever used to describe whatever it is you're describing. I realized this last night. This just came to me and I wanted to include this in this video. I found one of the best places to find wacky, crazy, really descriptive visuals is to look at the negative Amazon reviews for a specific product on Amazon. Probably something that relates to whatever you're trying to describe. But there is no shortage of 1 to 3 star reviews that just give crazy descriptions that I feel have so much viral potential for TikTok. You'll have to do some digging around, but I wanted to include this because I think this is a massive vein of ideas for using visual keywords in videos. All right, number 3 is pace changing. Pace changing, or pace shifting as it's otherwise known as, is a massively undervalued concept. It was actually the core concept behind this particular compilation page that I ended up growing to over 1 million followers late last year. Simply put, pace shifting is when you create a shift in the audio mid-video, usually using 2 opposite genres of music. For example, maybe you start the first half of the video out with some tranquil, relaxing piano soundscape, and then there's a shift mid-video and it transitions to heavy metal, rock guitar, or rap, or something like that. And that change in music is timed to a specific action in the video. This is exactly what my editor did for most of the videos on this account, and it works because it changes the energy of the video. It creates a moment of re-engagement, especially if you can time that audio transition to some sort of major action taking place in the video. And we've done a few polls in our TikTok Discord communities, and the response has been that audio changing, or pace shifting, pace changing, it makes the video feel like an entirely new video, especially if the audio is in contrast to whatever the first half used. So here's a quick example of using this pace changing concept with a video that ended up getting over 10 million views. Now, pace changing on TikTok, I'm sure as you've already realized, cannot be done easily in-app. You have to do this externally, find 2 pieces of audio or 3 or 4 pieces of audio that hopefully aren't going to get you into any copyright hiccups, edit those into your video, match the visuals, sync it up to the audio. It's a concept that's taking off like crazy in the gaming landscape. It's a great alternative to voiceovers. You don't have to get directly involved with the narrative. Just make sure that those changes in the audio are identifiable so that people can view the video as something new. All right, number 4 on this list is audio enhancements. This is probably my personal favorite out of the 4 we'll be talking about today. One of the latest and greatest creators on the rise that's come across my radar is the YouTuber Beluga. He's a huge creator in the short content domain on YouTube Shorts. And if you watch any of his videos, you'll quickly observe that he is a master at using sound effects and soundtracks in his videos to create, build intensity, and keep his viewer engaged throughout the full video. Do you notice all those little sound effects? I'm convinced this is going to be the next evolution of creativity on TikTok for the rest of this year. Certainly, there are always going to be new visual ideas that people bring to the creative table, but we've already seen out of the top 10 most viral sounds in 2022, where am I, 2 years in the past? 4 out of 10 of them actually are not even music. It's audio. They're little sound effects that people are using as a core audio staple, a foundation for their videos. So the idea of using audio effects, whether it's a police siren or someone clapping or a text message alert, someone typing with their thumbs on their phone keypad, things like that, let the viewer know something is happening on screen. It's the reason why people like myself use whoosh transitions or little pop-up sound effects. Is it helps create pattern interrupts, breaks up the monotonous flow of my same voice that you often hear over and over again. And now that TikTok has really expanded their formats to 10 to 15 minutes in length, 15 minutes coming here soon, it's going to be necessary to find ways to create moments of re-engagement, create a more immersive experience for your viewer. That's where sound effects really come into play. So that being said, I'll link a few audio libraries that I commonly use for projects down below. There are no affiliate links. I'm not sponsored by them. These are just my pure recommendations. I don't know if any of you know who Hayden Hiller-Smith is. He used to be the editor for Logan Paul on YouTube. He used to talk about all the time how exaggerating certain audio effects in videos was one of his secret sauces for success.
You need to over-exaggerate certain elements. For example, it's an exaggerated parody of reality. That would not have been as interesting without those punch sound effects thrown in.
So sometimes it's these little tweaks or these little additions in your sound design that can make your information or your scene much more memorable and effective. There's also another concept as well, one that we often help our TikTok Creator Pro students to develop, and that's what's called the verbal signature or the audio signature. The verbal signature usually is a phrase that you repeat consistently to help your audience remember you, stand out from the masses just a little bit better. But the audio signature is what I want to focus on, and the audio signature is just a sound that's often repeated in your videos to create that sense of recognition. I'll give you a great example. Take a listen to this audio. I'm sure a lot of you recognize that sound. If you know, you know, right? It's a great example of an audio selection that's used to create memorability in Gary Vaynerchuk's content. So give this idea of an audio enhancement, a audio signature, a shot in your content. Doesn't matter what your niche is, entertainment, education. In fact, a great example actually is a former consulting student of mine, M. Thulfson on TikTok. There's over 1 million followers just showing software tutorials on TikTok. And he used audio signatures in his content all the time. In fact, one of the things that we discussed and strategized about was using the Office TV show theme in the videos in which he would actually talk about the Microsoft Office software suite. It created continuity, the audience picked up on that, and it just helped create more memorability with his content. It's not just some random backtrack of audio in his videos. There's intention behind the sounds that were used. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. I actually have 5 more tactics like the ones we discussed today that I'll be sharing in a later video coming this month. So if that sounds interesting, consider subscribing down below, and we'll catch you guys next time.